What is going on, guys? Paul Ryan back at it again. I hope everybody's having a good night. A few Cowboys tidbits today. Not too much interesting info or news for you guys today. It's still the big discussion. Excuse me, guys. Is the sun, man, in AT&T Stadium? I don't know why that conversation is still ongoing. I figured it might have run its course, but at least it's something to talk about. I'd rather, I guess, talk about the Sun than the Cowboys' performance these last 4 weeks, or dare I say, this entire season. But hey, the Cowboys always find a way to stay in the headlines. Jerry's always gonna find a way to stay in the headlines, right? We know that. I did see a that we brought back Will Greer, the third quarterback that was discussed about last week, as the Cowboys were seeking a third quarterback again, not somebody to play in front of Trey Lance or even Cooper Rush, but just as an emergency quarterback. So Will Greer coming back to the team, somebody who's had experience with this team, familiarity. That's always nice, especially at that position where. Hopefully we don't ever get to that spot. But the way this season's going, I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up needing that third quarterback. I know it was back in 2020 we had Dak Prescott, Andy Dalton, I believe Will Greer was one of those quarterbacks, and then and somebody else, I can't even remember his name, but I think we had four or five quarterbacks that season. I believe even Ben DiNucci started a game for us. So it was Sunday night against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think we might have actually had five starting quarterbacks that season. Hopefully that's not the case this year, right? But yeah, Will Greer coming back to the Cowboys. And I mentioned last night, I talked about the who were the favorites to be the Cowboys head coach in 2025. One of those favorites being Deion Sanders. Today, Michael Irvin talked to Deion about that, and Deion Sanders pretty much nipped it in the bud and said, he's happy where he is in Colorado. And, you think about where Deion is in his season, and the Colorado Buffaloes being 7-2 and potentially playing for maybe a college playoff spot. I think he's gonna say all the right things and stay locked in with his team, and not even entertain that kind of discussion. But I would be shocked if the opportunity presented itself for Deion to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and for him to not take that opportunity. I know I'd love to see it. I think most of us would love to see it. It would be entertaining. It would be fun. It would be very Cowboys-esque. And I think Deion would be a good coach in the NFL. He's a younger guy, former player, had success at college, had success in the NFL, going to be respected, knows the game. I'd love to see Deion in Dallas, but we'll see about that. I know reports were saying that Deion would want to coach his son, or the NFL, or would want to see a father son duo, or maybe Deion, that's kind of his goal, was to coach his son in the NFL, which wouldn't be surprising. But hey, if Cowboys are somewhere on that list, I'm happy about that. But yeah, not too much going on for the Cowboys, of course. With the season not going the way that we wanted, there's not a lot to discuss. It did sound like, though, maybe Brandon Cooks and Marshawn Nealon were potentially getting their practice windows opened. I'm not sure if that was going to be this week, but maybe soon. I wouldn't mind seeing Marshawn Nealon back on the field, getting some valuable reps and seeing what we have in him. I know he was having a strong season to start, and of course we lost him too early, but I'd love to see him finish the season strong, and again, just to see what we have. And as we're going into evaluation mode, that's a player I really would like to see get some playing time, him and Micah, and just to see what we have on this defensive line. But yeah, that's gonna do it for all the Cowboys news tonight, guys. Thank you for everybody who tuned in. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. I'm Paul Ryan. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.